Greetings all. This statue was planted here in commemoration of the many soldiers who died on this path where this road is built. This road is built on the path that the Japanese marched the American and British across Luzon after the surrender, World War II, beginning of World War II, you can say, for the Americans. The Japanese captured this island, Philippines, and MacArthur decided instead of fighting, he's going to get as many as he can off the island, and then the others would surrender. But those who surrendered, many died. The environment that they were in was not conducive to them. Malaria, the heat, and the stress of being captured by an enemy, and the relentless push of the Japanese pushing them to march and move them. Those who were ill, they just died. At the time, most of this was jungle. And 7 o'clock in the morning now. Imagine it is hot now. I'm perspiring just in a slow walk. Imagine somebody who is not accustomed to this atmospheric conditions having to walk through the jungle, which will be very hot, and at this time of the year it's raining, humidity is high. Just have a thought that conditions, and you imagine those conditions and how it will feel. Now, imagine the conditions today where the roads in America are excellent. The only place I've seen better roads are in Europe, or what's called Europe. Housing, almost perfect. You have everything that it's almost runs on automatic, you can say. You throw your clothes in the washing machine, it washes it. Throw your dishes in the washing machine, it washes it. The cars now are becoming almost like airplanes. You get into the car, put your program in, it drives you to where you're going with minimum input from you as the owner and driver, operator. The bus stop is only about 50 meters from here, where that blue bus is right now. People wait here for the bus rather than walk to the bus stop. The only place I've seen that is in Africa, where people will stop 10 meters from another group of people, one person or two people, and then the bus has to drive that 10 meters between them and stop to pick them up. The unique things that you see when you travel. That's why I encourage people to travel, because it's a learning experience. It's an education that you don't have to pay 100,000 for, and you enjoy the money that you spent. You enjoy it if you go to the right places. Now, some people go to places where they put themselves in danger, and they do it deliberately. Anyway, the conditions that people have today are almost 1,000% better some kind of emergency. That's what happens when there's some kind of emergency, and the people don't want to call an ambulance. They get in the jeepney and the trike, and the trike takes them. All kinds of things you see, that experiences. Anyway, everything is almost perfect in America, but the country is falling apart. And the people, once upon a time it was only the black people who were suffering. Now it's everybody except the rich, the wealthy, and those in power, because occasionally they bring up somebody. They'll bring up somebody. Shoot, I walked past the bridge. Didn't even stop to show you how it's being built. I mean, if you compare this if you compare this bridge to the bridge in my videos about Gambia, can you see the vast difference? Now, how long do you think that some of those bridges going to last, overpasses going to last in Gambia compared to this? How long? But that's what you have. And I've seen Gambians say how fantastic it is. Yes, it is, because you never had something like that before. And I agree. Me in that position, not seeing anything better, would feel the same way. But nevertheless, let's continue with what we were going. But the country is falling apart. Leadership failing. Why? It used to be that black men were at the bottom. You'll walk down the street as a black man. During slavery, Even though you were a free man and you might have your freedom papers, the slave catchers can pick you up, take you down south or wherever, put you on a plantation, and you're back into slavery. During Jim Crow, they'll come to your house or you walking down the street, slave catcher will just come up to you, beat you up, take you to prison, and the judge in the south, even the north too, so don't pretend that it's not happening in the north. You going to jail and you still in slavery. Because they used to hire people from the jails to work. Plantations, sweeping the road. Whatever they wanted you to do, that's what you did. Still a slave. But a country with almost everything that people need throughout the world is failing. Why? Gotta look at the history. Gotta look at the culture. See, when you create a culture like what's created in America and Europe, you can't sustain it. Even though the wealth and the riches are there, people are starving. It's no different. People are saying now America is becoming a third world country like England and France. I know some Africans gonna tell me no, England and France are not third world. But I've seen that place, well, those places. Today, there's a fight. The same black man that America denigrated, the same black man, there's a fight for him. And that fight for him is over his vote. Got the Caucasian people who is demanding that he vote their side. Got black women who is demanding that the black man vote for their woman. And if you ask them why they're voting for their woman, I haven't heard one serious answer worth. I mean, the question, they avoid the question altogether. And the few that answer it directly says, because she is the woman, not because of her knowledge and wisdom and what she's done to bring America out of the conditions that it's in. But because she's a woman and a black woman. Now, even the Caucasians are starting to say, what kind of foolishness is this? You voting on somebody because they look like you. Have you learned anything yet? Have you ever learned anything from the past where we've been voting for Caucasian people and they didn't do anything for us? That's why we voted for Obama. But guess what the Democrats are doing now? The last resort now is like Black men voted for Obama. So now Obama is coming out and says he's following what black women said. And one of the things he said about black men, he said, he warned black men, said, you ought to be glad that Michelle is not here to talk to you. Huh? Michelle is his wife now, black woman. She's gonna bring you in line. She's gonna straighten you up. Not because she think the woman who is running for president can do the job, but because she's a woman, black. They bring out Obama now, the one who is talking down to black men when he was president on behalf of his sponsors, berating us. Same Obama that sent to Africa to tell Africans what they must do in order to get the money that America was spreading across the world to the world leaders. Places like Uganda, where now President Museveni's son is going in on America, saying, hey, you can't come here and interfere in our politics because they didn't accept LGBTQPZ rainbow people. They're going after Ghana. And now these were the darlings of the Caucasian people, you know, in Africa. Now the darling ship has been switched to Kenya, because Ruto and his henchmen and his fellow thieves, you know. And if you watch my video, I'm not saying thieves because I am saying it. I don't do that. If you look at the video, you'll see that there's this rich fellow in the government saying, why are we stealing so much? Why are we stealing so much? Let these poor people have some of the wealth that's generated in Kenya. And that's compared to what the Nigerian government officials, they were joking, making fun in government meetings about people not having enough to eat so they can live. The joke was, let them breathe. Not eat, but breathe. So you see, and I'm telling you about this for a reason. Because some people in the diaspora are running away because they see the destruction of America. They're not looking at the place where they're going to, or not going to there to build something. They're going there to live the life that they couldn't in America. They're going there to live the life that they thought they should have in America, but was not living. That life where they can relax and enjoy the same kind of atmosphere that billionaires and multimillionaires in America live, but not doing anything. They go out and shop, buy their clothes, live in a big mansion, but nothing else. There are lessons to be learned from both of these now. I hope you're seeing what's going on. Those of you who listen to me, paying close attention to what's going on and preparing for what's going to happen. Because as I told you before, they're pushing this woman because she is being backed by the people who are pushing the war in Israel. Who are pushing the war in Ukraine. Fulfilled plan to dominate the world for another 100 years. Is now out in the open, and people are saying, hey, we don't want that. Look at what's happening to America while we are fighting all these wars. Anyway, have a great day wherever you are. Peace.